Hello and welcome to Remember Me.
The stories of our babies. I am Eli's mum, Chelsea Tookie.
And I'm Mila's mum, Helena. In this podcast, we'll be talking all about the stories and memories of our babies while they were alive, from womb to world.
Here we will ask you the questions that no one ever asks you after your baby dies. Let's humanise their existence and give dignity to their passing whilst breaking the taboo of baby loss.
If you're listening for the first time, this is what you can expect from episodes featuring other parents. We usually like to get into conversations and ask questions that no one tends to ask after our babies die. For the purpose of this podcast, we decided to separate the sections into three. The first set of questions, we ask parents about themselves. Then we hear the story of their babies whilst they're alive. And the very last part is to share what happened to their babies. We do this so that if anything becomes too triggering for our listeners, you can tap out and revisit another day or just listen to the first half. So when you hear us asking, what was your journey to parenthood, or tell us about what happened to your baby, that will be the moment where parents will talk about the moment their babies passed away. Thank you for listening. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Remember Me, the stories of our babies. Today, I have a wonderful mum who's going to share a little bit about her experience with her little ones, and she'll go into as much detail as she wants to. Her name is Yannique, and we met on TikTok, amazing. And then we also found out that we have so many things that are connected, and we didn't even know that we lived in the same area as well, which I think is just really beautiful. But yes, Yannick, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself? And it'll be really nice to just hear who you were before you went into your journey of motherhood and who you are now and what you think has changed or what has stayed the same. Yes, please.
So my name is Yannique. I was born in Hackney, brought up in Leighton. My mum and dad, back in the 80s, they used to run an off license in Hackney many years ago. And so we used to have lots of customers buying alcohol, cigarettes, sweets, fizzy drinks, all sorts of stuff.
I can just imagine the hustle and bustle of doing the shops, especially
Oh,
in the
God.
market. I want to ask you if you'd be comfortable in speaking about, your experience with baby loss. Ask you a few questions. Obviously, you've
Mhm.
shared with me that your son's name was Jordan.
Yeah.
So the first question I often ask people is, why did you choose your baby's name? Why did you choose Jordan as a name? And what's his full name as well, please?
So his full name is Jordan Stewart Clark. Because his dad's middle name is Jordan. So his dad's name is Chester, but I thought, he doesn't look like a Chester to me. So I said no. So I just called him Jordan. So that's his full name.
Oh, beautiful.
He was born sleeping on the 31st of August 2024.
Okay.
And I delivered him on the bathroom floor.
Oh,
Date was meant to be the 13th of January
okay.
of 2025.
Uh-huh.
That was supposed to be his
Due date.
due
Yeah.
date. But he came so early last year.
Yeah. And did you, because obviously it's only been a year, so it's very fresh for you.
It's very
Um, did you decide to do anything this year for his birthday, or did you just think, do you know what, I'm gonna stay in my space, just be calm, just whatever? Is there anything that you did?
I mean, because he was buried in London,
Yeah.
I buried him in the London or City in
Yeah.
Manor Park. Do you know that
Okay.
area?
That's the
Yeah,
same where Mila.
yeah. So where he is at the moment, he is not by himself.
with other
I
babies.
didn't put him with like in like with other elderly. I didn't put him with like, like there's older kid and there's younger kid.
Yeah,
I put him with, especially like with the other babies.
yeah,
So they call it like a baby garden.
yeah, yeah,
So that's where he is.
yeah.
I know he's perfectly safe and he's perfectly there and
Yeah. Do you
this.
tidy up his garden? Do you decorate it?
Where it is, I mean, it's weird because they've boarded the top of it, but
Okay.
it's buried underneath, with, like the other babies. So
Yeah.
it's like, like when you're sharing like a shared house, you're sharing with someone else,
Okay, I
but
see.
you're sharing with like a baby.
Yeah.
Uh, that's where he is. It's so beautiful out there. So you can like, they even got this like post box where you can like post letters.
Oh, that's so
So you
sweet.
can like write a letter and post it, and
Oh, that's so
they,
sweet.
whoever's there, they can come and collect it and burn it to ashes and
Oh,
whatever. And yeah, it's so sweet. Um, but the garden's so beautiful. It's so peaceful there. Like
yeah,
I went there in April. And I think I just sat there for 2 hours,
yeah,
just talking to him. I was like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking to you.
yeah.
Like, I'm your mom, I'm here.
Exactly. Own that. Own it,
I'm your mom, I'm talking to you.
You
I know
better
you might
listen
not
to me.
understand me, but I know you're there.
Yeah,
And just like think about like his milestones, because now he's hitting those ages
yeah,
like from 20 weeks to 8 months old, and he's just
yeah,
reaching those big milestones where he's holding his own cup now, or rubbing his gums because he's teething and he's
yeah,
quite agitated. I think I can literally vision it, what he's doing. I
yeah,
don't know, I think I get that a lot, like especially if I can't sleep, because
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
sleep very well now in the nights.
of
For
course.
some, I just don't, currently don't go to bed, but I
Yeah,
try to take as much as I can to go to sleep.
yeah.
But because honestly, I still work and it's tiring me out. But when it hits like 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I can't sleep,
Wow. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm up, and it's like, "Are you not sleeping yet?" I'm like, but
Reaction, isn't it? Have you
yeah,
like that, or is it a reaction of,
yeah.
yeah,
So I could just see it in my head, or I could vision him crawling now, or
I love
just
that. It's sad. It's really sad that that's how you have to see him, right? That's how we have to see our babies. But it's nice.
yeah.
I think it's quite warming to have that, be able to envision that. What do you think?
I mean, I think to me, as
Hmm.
a parent, or I can see what he's doing, or crawling, or just babbling, or talking, even though he can't talk. But
Yeah,
you could probably say a few words like "mama" or "dada,"
yeah.
or I can probably see him watching Miss Rachel like any kid would,
Oh, yeah.
or like with my nephews. I remember watching Lazy Town and
Lazy time.
also Shackleton and Horrid Henry, and I could just like literally sit with him all day watching those with him, and like he'd be like, "What's this?" Like I can like that's what I did with my nephews. I would be like, "Yeah, okay, I'll just let them watch what they want to watch."
Yeah,
But because I've that was my vision with him, doing like mum
of
things, being
course.
a boy mum, and you know, but
Yeah. And looking back at some of the memories, like what was your first pregnancy symptom? Do you remember?
dizziness, headaches, blurriness,
Did you,
sickness.
you didn't have preeclampsia, did you?
No.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Uh, like my heart rate was over. Like I was like just waiting for the feeling sick. Like this being on a bus just made me sick going back home, and
Mm,
I just felt it coming. Like if I ate something, it would just make me sick.
yeah.
Like I was like, and then as I text my sister, I was like, Jay, I'm not feeling. I've been sleeping for hours. I don't know why. Why am
Yeah.
I sleeping for hours and hours? God knows what. And part of me goes, well, have you been sleeping? I was like, yeah, it's been a nice nap, a long sleep. Just come home from work, you take off your clothes. I was like, I normally don't get ready in the dark. The light
Mm,
was off, the TV's on.
yeah,
I
yeah.
get ready like, oh God, like I forgot about work and I forgot a shift. I forgot a shift and I forgot. I didn't remember. I think I had some sort of brain fog.
Yeah, no, you do. You get a lot of that. So much.
Like
So much brain fog.
I was like, how can I forget? And then my manager, she goes, you got a shift. I was like, oops.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry, I get dressed, get ready, and I went to work. So I did a few bit of delivery, did this, did that. And she's like, just sit down. And then the lights were so bright in the store, I couldn't look.
Mm,
So she's like, just sit down. And I don't remember, but my head started to feel funny. I was like, this is not normal. She bought like a slush puppy and it just made me feel sick. I was like, that ain't normal. Like, I was like, this ain't right. And then eating McDonald's just soothed it down. I was like, huh? Then when I was at home, ordering Uber Eats, I was like, chicken nuggets, yeah. Fillet of fish, yeah. A Sprite, okay. Fries, okay. I was like, this is nice. And it just helped. But when I had Nando's,
no. So that was your craving then, the
that
McDonald's.
was McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so you said how Nando's was a no. Was there any other foods that you absolutely hated or smells that you couldn't stand? Is there
they
anything?
like apples.
Apples, really? Because of how sweet it was? Do you know
No,
what
I just didn't like it at all.
really? But you
Yeah.
were fine with apples before.
Yeah, I could eat one, but
Yeah.
apple just made me sick. Or just eating grapes. I used to get grapes from Tesco, so I thought it would help. Nope.
No. Wow. Did you go anywhere special during your pregnancy? Did you travel?
No.
Do you have like any memories of like what you did that feels like a
Oh
special?
yeah, my mum just came back from Jamaica last year, and I thought, you know what, I'm on annual leave. She's coming back. I'll see her the next day. So I called her. I was like, Mum, are you back? She goes, yeah, yeah, I'm coming down. I'm gonna pack a few things and come and see you. So I packed my bag for a few days. I didn't stay long. I think it was like bank holiday weekend because everyone's going carnival and XYZ. And staying at my mum's house. And I had my room at the time, so I was like well comfortable. And my nephew had to sleep in his brother's room, which he hates, but oh well, not there for that long anyway.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and then I think my dad said, Jan, I'm going carnival. I was like, I'm not coming. Why do you think I'm going carnival? That's what you think I was going with my big belly, my little belly, going carnival. I was like, whatever, Dad. So I stay at home. So me and my nephew was watching. I think it was Black Lightning on Netflix
Yeah.
because I've never seen it. I think that's what I was watching while I was pregnant, but I didn't know at the time. So I was watching it, And my mum's like, oh, just heat yourself up some food and blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. My mum went out, my sister went out, my nephew went to carnival. It was just me and my dad and my youngest nephew. So we were just there jamming on the sofa, recliner chair, just chilling and everything, and everyone's gone out. We was just there, enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
So
was my,
one of your fondest memories, just like
yeah,
with like chilling,
yeah,
and being pregnant, but you said you didn't know it at the time?
yeah. So, I mean, I didn't know it. My
Yeah.
partner didn't know it. But he said, go and take a pregnancy test. I was like, huh? But I said, nah, I'll be fine, absolutely fine. Then I started vomiting yellow. I was like, this ain't normal.
Yeah.
And then my sister said, you need to go to the hospital. I was like, do I? I was like, okay, I'll text her, I'll go after work. And then it's like this man was just going like this. He like,
Oh
yeah,
my
your
God, why
belly's
didn't he just make you do a test, like squeezing you?
my poor stomach just went through like it's like, yeah, your belly's hard. He's like, yeah, your belly's hard, by the way. And then he put me onto a sonographer that he booked, and like
Yeah.
he's like, write down your number. So I wrote it down, and then I phoned my partner. He's like, I told him that I'm pregnant. He's like, no, you're lying. Like, no, he couldn't believe it. But I was like, I think I was quite small. I was like 15 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the sonographer phoned me Sunday about 2 o'clock, and she's like, "Are you free?" I was like, "Yes." Would you like to come down? Because there's nobody here. I was like, "Absolutely." So I came down, had a shower, got dressed, got ready. I was like, "Come on, we gotta go. Appointments at 3." And then you like walk in. She goes, "Do you want to see your baby?" I was like,
Oh,
and then she's like, "I'm gonna do like a vagina scan on you," but it wasn't. It was a normal scan
okay.
because I was like sort of like halfway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So she like
That
checked,
15 weeks, you're supposed to do the normal one or above
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And then she's like, "Do you want to see him?" Well, yeah, of course. And then he put his back to me. I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, you're just like your mum when you're trying to argue with someone, you put your back to someone else." And okay, I see. And then he was just going like this. I could see his hands moving, his
Oh,
fingers
it's sweet.
moving and stuff. And then she's like, "Do you want to see the job there?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, you're having a boy." I was like, "Yes."
Is that what you wanted or you didn't mind?
I didn't mind what it
Yeah,
was, as long as it was a healthy baby.
of
And that
course.
was it, because my partner's really got two girls. He's really got two daughters from
Yeah,
his relationship.
yeah,
And I said to before we even spoke of me getting pregnant, I was like, one day I'm going to get pregnant. It's gonna be a boy, and I just left it as that,
yeah.
and I just left it to the universe. I was like, okay, yeah, there we go, and
Oh,
the universe just worked out and for a little while before it was taken.
yeah.
So yeah, and then so yeah, then I was like, I text my sister. I was like, "Do you want to meet your nephew?" There you go, the scan pictures. That was
Oh,
it.
yeah.
She's like,
What was her reaction?
yeah, he's so cute. Look at him. He's not even here yet. I just want to hug him. I was like, I know, so do I.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
what a blessing. Such beautiful moments that we
it
have to
is.
hold on to.
And it was hard for me to sleep because I had to turn on one side and turn the other.
Yeah.
And I normally sleep on both sides.
Yeah.
I sleep on
Yeah.
my back, but because we didn't prepare for things, we just wrote what we needed, like notes, like he needs blankets, Muslims, bottles, feeding, this, that. We just writ a list, but the list is still on my phone actually.
Oh, yeah.
But from my mum's house, I bought like all his like vests because I needed them anyway. But if I could have put one in the bag for him, I would have dressed him up.
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
But and again, my head wasn't in a good headspace to
Of
do that.
course. Honestly, I wish that there was, I don't know, just a guidebook in that moment, to just hold our hands and like, okay, or even someone doing it for us and telling us that this is what I'm doing because this, because we're never going to be in that headspace. And even for the
No,
mums who are in that headspace where they're like, no, I do want to hold my child, I do want to do this, you're not going to know all of the possibilities of all of the
no,
things you could do.
because I wasn't scared to hold him. I held him.
Yeah, I love that. I love that so
Like I actually held him, and he
much.
felt really heavy.
Wow.
I think my partner was more scared to hold him than he didn't even look at him. I think
Yeah.
he was like, just put the thing over the cot so
Yeah,
he
it's
don't look
hard
at
for
him.
them, isn't it?
It's hard more on him than the women
Yeah.
because men don't really. I mean,
They
I
don't
know
it's
he,
hard to have that bond, isn't it?
yeah, because I know men don't really express themselves because they don't say, do they?
Of course, absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
their face is like completely blank and they're not there at all.
They just
But
think they have to be tough with it.
yeah, like I'm the man, I'm good, got I
Yeah.
gotta help her, and you know.
Yeah.
So, but I think he did his
Of
best.
course, that's all we
I
can do.
mean,
I wanted to ask you as well if you could tell us a little bit about what happened on that day when you gave birth to Jordan.
so I woke up. I had like a growth scan on Saturday, no, Friday. Um, and the lady was scanning me and she's looking for his veins, his toes, this. I was just sitting on, like, laying on the bed, like, actually nervous, and it was just went silent.
Oh,
Like, in my mind, just like, you know what you're thinking, or you don't know what to think, do you?
yeah,
And it, it's the room is just silent, and there's just no one talking. All I wanted to hear is, turn up that volume, turn up that volume. And when I
yeah.
heard that baby's heart, I felt relief.
Oh gosh,
I
yeah,
felt, I felt that I could breathe.
yeah.
And I was so nervous at the time. I was like, what's going on?
Hmm.
So he measured really good. He was perfect. They measured him and stuff like that. And then as soon as I got home, we went to pick up Domino's anyway. And I went home and my partner's like, do you want salmon? I said, no, I'm all right. I'm going to go to bed.
Hmm.
And then I woke up, went to the toilet, went back to sleep. And then he goes, why are you peeing on the floor for? I was like, I wasn't. I promise you I wasn't.
Wait, hold on. So you went back to sleep and then he said, why you?
Yeah, and then because I don't know what was happening, I thought I was just like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And then the whole of my waters burst.
Oh,
I went to have a shower and I just felt something burning.
yeah.
And then I just fell on the floor and he was out on the
Oh,
bathroom floor. I couldn't believe it. And I didn't even see what he looked like. He was just laying there with the cord
yeah.
and the placenta was still stuck. So that was it. I was like, I screamed. I've never screamed the top of my voice so loud.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Never. I don't use my voice. I don't talk. That was the scream. And
Mm.
then ambulance came. There was like two of them on the stand, like on the landing, and there's two women in the bathroom. And she goes, "Do you remember? So my name is blah blah blah. Um, I was talking to the operator at the same time. I was like, you tell her to hurry up, please." So
Yeah.
they came, and one of them had to take the baby. One of them had to check me. One of them was asking, "Do you remember my name?" I was like, "Ah." One of the ladies was writing things down. I was like, "No, I don't know. Don't remember anything. This is no, I can't remember." And he was sitting in the front room, and so he didn't want to like interfere. And then after, the lady cut the cord, and then he packed like a hospital bag so quickly. He just chucked like underwear, tracksuit, whatever, whatever. I was like, oh, okay. And then he just gave it to one of the ladies, put it in the ambulance for me, and then they took me away to the Medway Hospital, which is so close to my house. And then they rushed me like to the ward so quickly. Um, they had to start my placenta off because I already gave birth, because the placenta was still stuck, and it was the most painful experience I ever had to go through. And after, she was like, "I'm gonna put a drip in you. I'm gonna put like something in my thigh to start the placenta." And knowing me, I don't like needles. I
Mm.
am such afraid of needles.
Yeah.
The way they put the IV, I was like, "Mm-mm, mm-mm, nah, please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Go away, go away, go away." It's like, right. He was like staring at me. He's like, "You have to do this." And then she had to scan because they were trying to put it in my arm, but none of it just went through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they had to put it like here.
I had a similar experience, and I know a lot of Black women have similar experience.
And it was so painful. He was like, she was like, "Take the gas in there, take the gas in there." I had to breathe through that gas in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's like, "Breathe." And then one of them had to take a blood test out the other arm.
Mm.
I was like, why is there three people around me? What's going on? And then she had to put something in my thigh. I was like, "Oh, I can't do this. This is too much." And then after that, slowly the placenta came out. And then that was it. I was, no way. I had no strength at all to just,
Of course.
my body just gave up.
Yeah, I understand.
And then I was like, after it took me time, after I relaxed a little bit, I was like, I think it's time to call my mum. My
Mm.
mum didn't answer. She was probably on the phone. So he called my sister, and my sister answered the phone. And she was like, "Oh, Jan is in hospital." And then my mum called me. She's like, "I'm coming, I'm coming." I was like, "Okay." And then the whole family came. So my sister, my dad, my mum, my youngest nephew, and my dad. But my dad had to stop for toilet trips. So I was like, and everything else because he doesn't like long journeys. So he had to stop here and there. And then they came, and then that was it. They saw the baby. He goes, my mum said, "Yeah, and he looks like you." I said, "Does he?" I was like, "Oh my God, he does." Like the slim face, the nose, the shape of the lips. Um, the long fingers. I was like, I've never seen such a tiny human who just looks like their mother. It was absolutely crazy.
What a bliss.
Like he had like long. I was like, I don't have long legs because my legs are quite short. I was like, his body was probably that long. I was like, I mean, my partner, he's not even that tall. He's quite like probably like a little bit like taller than me, just a tiny bit. And I was like, okay. And then they just wrapped him up, put him in the coat, like the cot, and just left me there for a bit. She's like, do you want food? Do you want snacks? Do you want this? Do you want that? Just let me know. And her name was, I think her name was the midwife, her name was Rianne, if I remember. She was really lovely. And she's like, if you want snacks, let me know. If you want drink, let me know. I'll bring it for you. She gave me the whole jug of orange juice. And I was like, oh my God. Then my partner went out to get me food, but I had some of like the hospital food. So they gave me like soup, but I had a little bit. My mum was like, eat up, eat a bit more. You need your strength. Eat up. I was like, that's enough. That's what I can eat for now. And then they let me wash him.
Oh,
And yeah, they let me wash him and like just wash off the blood off his body and everything else. So I gave him a little soak and then they gave me like a brand new hat because the hat they gave me was too small for his head. So they gave me a brand new one and a brand new blanket because he's just but again his body was like and then I just wrapped it back up. I didn't bring no spare clothes. I didn't bring like even like a baby vest. I didn't bring anything. I just left him naked. I felt bad, but
oh, but you
I
couldn't have prepared.
yeah, because I wasn't prepared for what was gonna happen anyway. So they just wrapped him up for me,
Oh,
and they put me. They left. So they put him in a cot for me, and then everyone just left and just gave me a bit of space for a bit. And then I think about 12 o'clock, there was this like midnight midwife came in and she took some photos of him and like everything else. And I was like, and then they gave me like a memory box. So I was like, didn't want to stay in the hospital. So I only stayed like for like a night. And
oh,
then I didn't even go to sleep either.
yeah, of course.
So like around 6 o'clock, I just held him all day and I just put him on my chest and I just cried by myself. And then about the midwife was supposed to come like 6 o'clock, but she came at 7
Mm,
to give me another IV like drip again. And but this time it was more painful than the other nights. And and it was just really cold when it just go through your
yeah,
system. I was like, oh,
feel it.
yeah, I could feel it. And it was painful because I just felt it go all through my system, through my arm. I was like, oh, this is not nice. And the then after there was another nurse who came in, she's like, she put me on like what did she put me on? Iron tablets. And also she gave me these like tablets to give me just in case I had like an infection. So I had to take that like 3 times a day, and the iron tablets about once a day. And oh, the iron tablets wasn't so bad, but the tablets were just, the other ones were so nasty.
Mm.
Like
Did you
it's
get a lot of constipation at all with the iron tablets? I got them so bad.
the problem was, I don't think so. Like,
Yeah,
no, I don't think so. No. But with the other tablets, oh, it just drained me out. I was, instead of sleeping in my bed, I slept on the sofa. I did not go in my bedroom. I slept on the sofa
yeah.
like a couple of nights.
Why was that? It was, what did the tablet do? Make you just
Like,
exhausted to get up or?
yeah, like, I didn't want to. I mean, obviously came home, had a shower. That was my thought, and got dressed, and I just got the cover up the bedroom and made the bed for myself and just watched TV, fell asleep, and you know, then I think the next day, 2 days after, my manager texted me because I couldn't talk. I couldn't send her a text. I was like, Mom, can you tell my manager this has happened? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, yeah, that's fine. And then all the families, everyone started calling me. I was like, I don't want phone calls. I just want to be by myself. I just want
Yeah,
to be alone. But I had to pick up, so so I'm not rude.
yeah,
So I just wasn't in the right mind that everyone's calling me. But
of course, yeah.
yeah, and then um, I just slept all day,
Mm.
and then I had to take what 7 days off.
From work.
Yeah, and then from 7 days, then I had to do like sick pay.
Yeah.
So,
And how long could you do that for?
so it was from it started from September to the 12th of October.
Okay.
So I can't remember. I think it was like started. I think it like started from the 10th of September, if I
Yeah.
remember. But there was like, I mean, they did tell me about maternity pay, maternity leave. Did it?
See, that's the thing that's really bad. And they have changed it this year, kind of. But
Yeah,
you're not granted maternity leave only if you have like after 24 weeks, which I think is
yeah.
horrible. But they
I
have
think
changed it where I think it's now 2 weeks off, but it's still not really maternity leave.
no. So I was like, so what am I
Yeah,
supposed to do? Then I
I
had to
know.
take annual leave,
Yeah,
and then I had to do that. I was like, I can't do this. This is stressful.
of course.
And then I had like a first counselling meeting like up the road, and but you had to pay.
Oh gosh.
So
Didn't the
yeah,
NHS provide you one?
no, because I didn't know.
No,
So
you're not supposed to know. How are you going to know? They tell
uh,
you. Oh,
but then we just split. Me and my partner just split the cost, and
oh,
then I
I'm
was
sorry
like,
for that.
and then I had to go through my GP,
Yeah,
through the mental health team, through this, through that, through everything. And then it took me, then, yeah, then I went, after counselling, I went straight to my mum's house
yeah,
and I just stayed. I
yeah,
stayed at home. I stayed for the whole month at my mum's.
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't
You
want to
need
come
them.
back.
Yeah.
And I packed everything. So I had to stay my because I moved out, my nephew took my room. I know. Yeah, he took my room because it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I was pregnant, I was sleeping in my room because it was the most comfortable place to be.
Of
But now
course.
he's taken over. Um, slept in my mum's room. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep in my mum's room. I
Yeah.
really didn't want to. And then I had to, like, the bereavement team forgot my number or they lost my number. I was like, how did they just lose my number like that? So I
Yeah.
didn't understand why they lost my number.
Is that not in the
So my
record?
mum had to phone them to actually give them my number so they can contact me, which was like so frustrating. And then they finally got in touch with me,
Yeah.
and I forgot this lady's name. And she was like, if you want to run, just run. If you want to talk, talk. If you want to cry, cry.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. That makes me feel a bit happy, but I wasn't happy, but you know. And she goes, what do you want me to do? I said, um, I want you to transfer my son from the hospital to the funeral directors, if
Yeah.
that's possible. She was like, yeah, that's fine. I will get in touch with the funeral director, which is like a black Afro-Caribbean funeral directors.
Oh,
She
nice.
did my granddad's funeral. Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
So
wow.
my mum knows him very well.
Yeah.
And so they had to get the paperwork from the hospital to send from the to the briefing to the funeral directors. So it's like constantly back and forth with it.
Yeah.
And basically it was like, okay, then I had to do the paperwork from the funeral directors. And then because the hospital sent in that information, which was fine. So I had to sign paperwork and sign this, sign that. And the mum said, yeah, it's time to do a funeral.
Yeah. Yeah. And because you're Jamaican, right? Are both your parents Jamaican?
So my mum's from Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
She was born there, but she came here when she was like 2.
Yeah.
And then my dad, he was born in Jamaica, but he came here when he was 16.
Okay. But I know you
Yeah.
guys do the 9 nights.
Oh
Does
yeah.
work with babies or no?
I don't know. I've never
Yeah.
thought of it. I know it works with like like the like the aunties, the uncles who passed
Yeah.
away
But
because
maybe no one thinks about it with.
yeah, for
Yeah.
my uncle, which is my mum's brother, we did a 9 night for him.
Yeah.
Um, we
I'm
did.
gonna
I
look into
did
that.
do.
That's really
Yeah, we
yeah.
did do one for my granddad.
You didn't.
No, which my mum
Oh,
was probably she didn't want to do it because
you
maybe
said
we like overwhelm her.
of course, yeah.
So she just wanted to do just a funeral.
Yeah, 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 of course, of course.
So, but I never thought of doing it for a
But you wouldn't, I
baby.
feel like because it's so bizarre to lose our babies, like literally it's the weirdest thing. How can that happen? That we wouldn't really think about like all the different things that we could do for the send off. Me, for example, I just wanted it to be over and done with. I didn't want to do anything with it. They could do it, had to
Yeah,
be quick. But
yeah,
like now when you look back, and if we had maybe someone that could guide us and can be like, do you know what? Maybe have a think about it and do this, and maybe you could do this and something a little bit more special or whatever. Maybe we would have said yes, or maybe we would have still said no because the amount of shock
right.
that we're in. Yannick,
Yeah.
I'm going to say thank you so much for sharing everything you've shared.
You're welcome.
So traumatic.
It
Um,
is.
but I'm very grateful that you've been so open to sharing it with us and like
Yeah.
it's so necessary to have our stories told. It's so necessary that Black women are telling their stories because it happens to us a lot, but we don't
And
really hear.
especially in the Black and Asian community, it
Yes,
is so hard because
yes,
women don't speak about it. They're
yes,
just there left in like pure shock and silence.
yeah,
They need to speak out,
yeah,
otherwise you're gonna have this for the rest of your life. And it's okay to speak. It's okay.
yeah,
Speak it out.
yeah, 100%.
That is your child. That is your son or daughter.
Absolutely.
And you're supposed to speak.
It's the biggest thing that could possibly happen to you, and then not speaking about it it's just going against nature. Yannick,
Or,
I'm gonna ask you
yeah,
two last questions. What would you like people to know about your baby? If there's anything like, I don't know, whatever you can think of.
mm,
And the last question is, what do you think people need to know about baby loss in general and the awareness and that kind of stuff?
I think people need to reach out. I think people need to talk, and especially if you're over 35 or your middle 20s, I want, especially in the Black or the Asian, I want everyone to talk. Talk. Because I know it's coming up to um, baby awareness in October. And I think it starts from is it the 9th of October? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want people to talk about their feelings and talk about their experience and what it felt like. Because I know it's hard and I know you're going through your emotions and you don't know how to feel, but speak up.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And then
Um, yeah.
and then just lastly about Jordan, if there's or whether it's something that you'd like people to know about him or if it's something that you'd like to leave in his name and his legacy or something that you would like him to hear if he was here, what would you say? Any of those things, whatever feels right. It would be a nice thing just to end on.
Just to end on, I mean, from what I'm looking at the moment, he would have been, I know, but seeing the visions that I could see, he would have been so handsome.
Yeah, he would.
He would have looked like me, but he did look like me when he was born, but he'll possibly look like his dad
Yeah,
now. Um, with loads of hair, all the different hair texture, because his dad, his hair is, he's got good quality hair, and his hair will go from afro to curly or wavy.
yeah.
So he'll probably have that type of hair. And I know I was getting heartburn when I was pregnant, so he would have
So
had
definitely
a lot
lots
of
of
hair.
it.
So yeah,
Yeah. Oh.
so that's what I would have. He probably have those little chubby cheeks now, looking like a baby chipmunk. Just
Yeah.
looking so sweet. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Yannick, thank you so much for sharing Jordan,
You're
for sharing
welcome.
your life story as well with us. It's such a pleasure.
Thank
I
you.
also love to say, I love to end on saying thank you, Jordan, for existing, for being here, for connecting us. Thank you,
Oh,
Mila, as well, for the impact that they had in our lives, and they will continue to have that forever. I'm so
yeah.
grateful for those children. They are
Mm,
such beautiful,
they're
good.
so amazing, honestly.
Yeah. Um, thank you so much for being here, and everyone, thank you so much for listening as well. It's been great, and I will see you on the next episode. Thank you so much.
Bye.